Up banning the troll. I still think TB is going to be a pick here for Quincy crew. They go into the Legion Commander. That will push the Treant most likely into the 4. Have that Legion go 3. So, now you've got that Dispel. You've got Press the Attack. Potential, Blink dual damage, scaling coming into the late game, or even into the mid game. And I think based on the way Lilith plays and the way we've kind of seen these Legion commanders, you hit level 6 and pretty much Legion kind of goes for duels and plays pretty aggressively, at least from what we've been seeing. So that goes along with maybe trying to counter an earlier game oriented draft from TPredator, also considering the fact that they've got this Stream Protector, and there's something that can push with you. You've got now the Death Prophet. We'll see where the Death Prophet goes, and if it's going to be that offlane. We thought it might be Kezu on the Death Prophet in that series, I guess we can call it, but we'll see if it ends up being offlane Death Prophet or mid Death Prophet.
And it ended up being it was Centaur on the Kezu and Bridal on the Death Prophet. Sorry, a lot has happened between last game and this one, unfortunately. So a little bit scatterbrained, trying to keep up with the everything everybody is saying about that last game. That was a little bit wild. So this next pick here by Quincy crew, I'm thinking they want something that can play against the Death Prophet mid. You don't want to really run the Legion Commander against it, just because the amount of sustained heal and rundown potential from the Death Prophet is too good against it. There we go. We got the Leshrac going on.
Yeah.
All right. Yuar's actually been running a lot of this in his position 1, hasn't he?
Yeah, we usually see Quinn on more of a playmaker style hero. I think a couple of games we saw Yuar go into the mid lane. I know he did that with the Morphling, and then Quinn went safe lane with the Ember, I believe. Again, this to me seems like Quincy crew trying to match output early, because Leshrac early on, Diabolic Edict, can really push these towers, and when you've got that early push, you've got that early aggression, you can go and take these towers and maybe counter an earlier oriented lineup from TPredator. But they go to the Sven, which to me, he's still early, but he's one of those heroes that kind of maintains his presence throughout the entirety of the game. Early on, you get that 6, you've got God Strength, you have that lockdown, you get that extra damage, and all of a sudden, you can do a lot earlier on. But then all of a sudden, you're farmed and you're doing even more. Sometimes Svens do sit back in the jungle and try to find as much farm as possible. We've seen the farming tendencies of Svens with and without a Wisp, so I'm interested to see how TPredator are going to play this and how we're going to see MNZ on this Sven, because we've seen it on it a couple of times. Also, we've seen a lot of Spectres for the South American region, so I'm surprised it's actually this Sven. I'm very interested to see how this goes, for sure. And they actually ban the Faceless Void. They think Quinn's going to be on the Leshrac. I don't know about that. We've seen UR on it. I wouldn't be surprised to see UR on the Leshrac and say maybe Quinn on something else over mid. I don't want to commit to saying Storm Spirit. There's just too many silences that you need to watch out for. I would even go so far as to say maybe they go Ember mid, and they ban the TB. I was still thinking about that TB as well.
Yeah, the TB would be a decent pickup here as well. The Void does make a lot of sense to me too, like you're saying, those combinations. Right now, the biggest issue I'm seeing at TPredator draft is you're able to play a lot more like aggressive and scrappy Dota with your lineup on Quincy crew, because again, with TPredator, you have to play around the Exorcism. You want to wait till Sven has a couple items. You have to play around the God Strength, and Leshrac is just always ready to go. Legion Commander, play around duel, which is the 45-second cooldown, is pretty good. And of course, you got the sustain, the form of Witch Doctor and Treant Protector. They're able to move around the enemy team's jungle and keep up their team's HP. Take the Centaur last. I like that one. So you have somebody sort of tanky to sit in front of these towers and initiate these team fights for you. It doesn't just immediately get blown up by the DPS from this Leshrac, or the highest strength, or I think the highest strength growth rate hero in the game, Centaur Warrunner.
10 seconds
at like what, 4.8, then went inertia to 4.6. Earth Spirit's pretty close behind him at 4.4, but he doesn't farm as quick. Again, no double edge to rely on. Doesn't have the same doesn't have return.
Ooh,
That's half.
okay.
Armin Slark. That's a hero that we have
Not seen really. I don't think
seen
at
it
all. I don't think
No,
we've seen it at all, and I really like this Slark pick.
I like it. I don't like Slark. I would be honest with you. I have a
really?
lot of friends who play it. They swear by it. I think it's excellent for pubs when you're playing against uncoordinated Dota. It works wonders, and like one person by himself isn't able to shut this down because a lot of the time, even if only one person's paying attention to you and onto the games that you play, you can dark pack off the stun. But in a game like this one, Matthew's going to be able to get on top of you, deal with him. MNZ is going to be able to cleave you down if he's just hitting your teammates. Leo Styles got the silence, can burst you when you're invis still. But Frank is a difficult target to bring down. One of the benefits of this hero is the fact that a lot of other heroes don't like trading with the Centaur. The Essence Shift kind of it incentivizes you to do so because he's going to lose 1 point of strength, and you get that agility, and he's getting blown up a lot quicker than you'd otherwise think. And Slark's like this for a couple of lanes. Again, he's fighting like the Undying, Bristlebacks, Pangos, Centaurs, which is in this game. So I think that's what they were thinking there. But Quincy crew, definitely the strongest team in the NASA region, and I'm not about to start doubting their strategic brilliance. So let's see if they can take this one forward with a hero I don't like, especially not in this patch, and go from 6-0 to 7-0. Or Thunder Predator managed to close this game out with their tower pushing lineup, their aggression here from the Earth Spirit.
Well, that's the thing. Like, do they have enough tower pushing in their lineup early on, where they're going to be able to break the jungle and go after, say, this Slark? Because I look at this lineup from Quincy Crew, and I think it plays at 6. You get level 6 on a bunch of these heroes. Even Slark, like I know Slark sometimes is a one hero or a 1 item or 2 item before I go hero. But that being said, I think he can fight with this lineup at 6.
I can't hear you.
Well, you are the taunts.
I admit nothing but my sadness that you're gone.
So, Bkop, what are you thinking here? You see this lineup in the matchup in the mid lane. This is an MNZ, all right. He's standing here. He's not actually gonna fight the last track in the mid. Who do you think wins this? Leo Style here on the Death Prophet or Quinn here on the last track?
I think Quinn. Quinn's been outplaying his opponents mid by quite a bit.
Yeah, he has been. I think in the first couple levels, he's got a bit less base damage than the Death Prophet. He's got the ping advantage. But then he sort of has to play around like the Lightning Storm and the Split Earth. Diabolic Edict, I don't think he's really going to get that much use of it in this lane. As nice as his skill to push when the enemy leaves the lane. But in this this Death Prophet matchup, I think going to be going for the other 2 skills. So it's all down to, I guess, how well Quinn plays these lane mechanics. The pulling, the aggro drawing, the harassing exchange, and his use of the abilities. A lot of this game, I feel like, is going to come down to how well Quinn plays this mid lane, and how much he's able to shut down this Death Prophet and get farm for himself. An early Yule Scepter is super important to be able to block like this Earth Spirit initiating onto you, getting the 2-second silence off, and the Death Prophet follow up with their own silence. These things all become very scary if the enemies are suddenly on top of you, or kicks you back in your team, or runs at you with the Centaur Stampede. Let's go. And looks like we probably won't see any bounty run fights at the start of this game. Both teams just kind of giving up one side of the map, and we get 2 for 2. Tit for tat. Let's go. Neo style, decent creep block over here. Quinn as well. I'm actually not really sure how well you want to be creep blocking against the enemy team, or if you really want them under the tower these days. This is the ideal position, Enemy has to sit inside the river, you get to sit on top of the hill, and then whenever you trade, you just kind of have to give up percent chance of miss.
Take that.
Interesting. Quinn missing that split earth. I wonder if he was trying to hit that creep, but now the deny comes in, and that's a important deny.
Yep.
Always deny your range creeps, folks.
Did a bunch of damage to Matthew at the very start of this. Frank gets a stomp off onto War and gets a disengage there. I wonder where we're going to see the most
Dire's
action.
courier has been killed.
Courier's dying all over the map. That's
Courier.
is your action right there. And you are getting gone.
Matthew? He's in trouble. You are. One more shot. SVG. He gets the kill.
For that scope on my
You are helped out. He salves up. So, getting that first kill onto Matthew on this Earth Spirit. Something we talked about early on with potentially ping being an issue. But this early on, I don't think that's what caused him to go down.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of... It kind of sucks that you didn't get the agility from that one. Ooh. See the fight starting here. Cast.
Maledict.
Yeah.
Cask bouncing.
It has a lot of damage skills together.
Ooh, Courier.
Radiant's courier has been slain in
Didn't matter. You are getting his tangos, having that health regen. Loses his Courier for a minute. Not the biggest deal overall.
You just had the Orb of Venom sent out as well, right?
I don't believe so. I clicked on the Courier, it just had tangos.
I'm crazy then. Don't mind me.
But that would make sense, right? Just... well, maybe he got it shipped twice.
Who knows? I'm insane. Bottom lane. MSS. He's gonna get clapped. Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage here. Again, if he's not beside the trees, he's extremely slow, so he has to be careful. MJZ doing a decent job of harassing there. And Matthew, we talked about what Earth Spirits are kind of forced to do in the laning phase. They don't contribute so well trading with the enemies. They have to kind of play with the creep wave pole, block the enemy camps. SVG catching him out here means he can take a bunch of damage. And he's probably going to have to salve up in just a second here to get back into the lane. Once he's out of SVG's attack range. Over in mid, I want to touch on that briefly. Looks like it is going in Quinn's favor, as you said. And he has gone 2-point Split Earth, 1-point Lightning Storm in order to secure himself a little bit of CS. Diabolic Edict is such a good ability, though. Again, if the enemy leaves the lane for a little while, you get that heavy push onto the tower. And that can be very big, so try to put as many points into that as you can. If you can get enough CS with just the single potent Lightning Storm and 2 in the Split Earth. Leo style trying to run down Quinn here in every opportunity he gets, but I think that Spirit Siphon did come up on top of the hill when he shouldn't have had vision up there, so he's going to know that there's an Observer Ward here. At least he will shortly.
Spirit Siphon comes out again. Mango picked up. 1 charge left on that bottle for Quinn. Quinn's still continuing to do his best he can in this lane, and he's doing pretty well. 17-4 to the 14-4 of Leo style. There was that kill under him at bottom, but that's about it. Now towards the 4-minute mark, Matthew comes over. There is an illusion rune top, but nobody here from the side of Quincy crew to secure that rune. You can see Leo Styles already got the positioning on it to grab it, and the supports go back to lane.
Yeah, unfortunately he didn't have the bottle yet on Leo style. That would have been nice, and because he grabbed that rune first and didn't get his bottle, he opted to send himself out boots first. It'd be good if he can get himself an early kill on Quinn with these things. Again, that rundown potential could be very big. Without it, it's just too hard to get this Leshrac. So, a bit of a risky play, because again, you can have a lot less mana. Oh,
Points for
top lane.
trying.
They managed to find MSS. I mean, he's very susceptible to death. They managed to catch him out outside the trees. He's extremely slow. These heroes, or Enchantress and Sven, are both pretty quick. Well, he's having
look at it go.
creeps to fall back on.
Cass.
Be careful, I'm JC.
Cass kind of Frank thought they might go in. Meanwhile, MJZ sitting a little bit low. Ellis comes over. Doesn't have the mana for overwhelming odds. But he'll secure that 5-minute bounty rune, so they'll get that one there. They'll leave the other one mid for Quinn. He's got a full bottle at the moment. So he probably won't move for that anytime soon. And the question, I guess, is MJZ going to go for it? And I'm not certain he will if he gets spotted. However, yeah, he goes right over, and now he's on the bounty room, but hasn't made the play towards that triangle bounty just yet.
If heroes moving around the map, MJZ trying to position himself mid against Quinn. You put 3 points into this Spirit Siphon on Leo style. It means, and he got the boots first. It means he's thinking that he wants to go for a kill instead of just secure himself that CS. But Quinn getting himself boots pretty quick as well, due to the fact that he's out CSing this Death Prophet lane by a little bit.
Still looking mid to try and go in, and Observer Ward taken out by Matthew. They know that both the supports are coming over. That leaves the side lanes open here for Quincy Crew, for Lelis, as well as Yawar. Not that you can really go for Frank under the tower, but maybe once he hits level 6, he might make the move there.
Yeah, that one is pretty dangerous regardless. Again, there's a couple heroes that can teleport in and just kind of blow you up, as well as Centaur being so tanky, him having 5 magic wand charges and 2 fairy fires to fall back on as well. It doesn't make him an easy hero to blow up, but you have a number of heroes in position
MSS.
to go for it.
Nature's Grasp, Cask hits, now they've got the stun. They'll kick Yawar back, roll away, but with the Nature's Grasp under him, they still get the kill, and I believe with the Leech Seed too. So yeah, MSS, he gets the kill. They look over as Leo Style and MJZ make the rotation, so that forces 4 heroes down bottom, and all of a sudden, Lelis, he's fighting 1v1 against MNZ, who uses this God Strength in lane to farm. So didn't exactly do anything with it level 6, but these heroes on the side of Quincy Crew are starting to hit their 6. This is pretty massive so far of a lead for Quincy Crew in terms of experience, already up at 1k. And if they can kill MNZ, this really goes well. And the dual damage, that's perfect for Quincy Crew. Sark ends up dead bottom. They get the kill on Yawar. They'll find SVG afterwards, but Frank will die right after. So a 2 for 2. A 1 and a 3 for a 1 and a 5.
Yeah, you know, I'd say overall that definitely went out favorable to the side of their Predator being able to grab all those heroes, them not getting any XP from the kill onto the Centaur afterwards. And, slowing down Yawar's game is big. This guy, if he can't have a good start, your safe lane carry's just not really going to be there. He's another one of those heroes that is a bit like
I don't know about this from Yawar. He just TP'd in. And then all of a sudden, Dark Pax goes down to half health, takes an impetus shot, and he's forced off the lane. And we talked about the early towers needed for Thunder Predator, and I'll be honest, Treant Protector not taking the early levels in living armor, it's going to make this very easy. Meanwhile, mid, Stormhammer out onto Quinn. They'll try to run over to the side. Spirit Siphon's on him. Nature's Grasp slowing up this Death Prophet, getting Quinn some distance. He's still trying to run. He's got a full bottle to work with as well as this invis, so he'll escape. But bottom still taking a massive amount of damage.
Yeah, Centaur needs to draw aggro on this tower to get the return for. Oh, he's got no points of return actually. MJZ, he goes down because the cast come off the neutral creeps there. So they managed to keep them off the towers from Thunder Predator, and of course he hits level 4, starts putting his points into the living armor. I feel like they got baited away by or Quinn pushing down and like diving your mid tower there. You should have stayed that bottom lane, because every time you get this tower low, you're just going to heal it back up on Treant Protection now. Probably going to see the next couple of points coming into living armor. You heal that tower up. Now, 70 seconds till Exorcism. Gotta be careful. And Quincy Crew now taking towers from your side. Thunder Predator just, you know, not keeping their eye on the prize there. These early towers against Treant are so important, and you need to be able to take them down in one push.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about in the draft, and now he's level 4 on the Treant, so he'll start healing up the tower. It's not a massive heal at level 1, but if he can get a level 2 pretty quickly and throw that in onto the living armor, all of a sudden this tower is going to be healed up pretty quick. You know, it goes from 60 to 100.
Yeah. 10-minute mark will get a little bit of an XP boost if his team doesn't just let him have the tome. They'll probably give it to Matthew though. Again, extra levels, get the other higher damage from Boulder Smash, Rolling Boulder, and Magnetize being such a good teamfight ability.
Bounty.
Where's the tome? Yeah, Earth Spirit buys it.
In service to imbalance.
So that'll be flown out to him now, but still. Treant Protector just about level 5 from the Shrine XP at 10 minutes into the game. He rotates behind SVG here in the mid lane. They could easily, I think one more hero here, they could run down Leo style. There's a lot of damage between these two. And he just needs to get this level 6. Almost there as well. Just 1 or 2 more creeps.
They're going to commit to the bottom lane. They want this tower. They really want this tower.
They do, yeah. But This is the 10-minute mark as well. They've got the catapults now. I don't think they're going to be able to defend this on Quincy crew. You can't be here unless you've got teammates here as well.
Where are you going?
They come over, look for the Slark, Geomagnetic Grip as well as the Boulder Smash, a bit of shots as well as the stun, the double edge. Kill onto Yawar and the tower. These early towers are massive for the side of Thunder Predator, but over mid, Leo style, he ends up dead. Duel at the last second. Well placed by Lelis to get the duel damage.
That's at level 6 on the Witch Doctor you have to be extremely careful about. I was talking about this one. Even Leo style is susceptible to getting blown up. And Z thinks, okay, I don't want to give up this mid tower. I will pop God Strength to clear this catapult out as quickly as possible. So the heroes on Quincy crew are forced to get back there. While you are going back down the bottom lane, continuing to farm up. But this is just another Slark enemy. He feels kind of underwhelming. He isn't trying to be too powerful in the early game, though. Again, he can go this hand of Midas. He's got the Echo Saber queued up next. He'll try to get this early Silver Edge.
This will do nice.
My question is, if he does end up having an impact, it probably... I feel like every time I see a Slark Bkop, it feels like they could have gotten the job done with basically any other hero.
Growth. Rolling Boulder, Geomagnetic Grip. Now they've got themselves the Exorcism as well as the Spirit Siphon. Lelis on the run. A couple more shots and he'll end up dead. But he's so close to death. Finally falls. SVG, he'll die as well. Leo stop with the double kill. And now they'll commit for the mid-tier 1. Or at least that's what they want to do.
Where are you going?
Did he take another level in Living Armor? No, he went Nature's Grasp, so just 1 level in Living Armor. I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, I mean, you've already lost your bottom tower. I think maybe if you still had it, the enemies were playing a bit aggressive, you'd go for the extra point, having that lower cooldown and higher heal. But you know, with it already gone, your tower is still at pretty high HP. There's not much of a point in investing all those points into that. You want to be leveling up your other abilities. You want to be able to shift out these lanes with your Nature's Grasp, and that's exactly what he's doing here. And he is the position 4, not the position 5. He needs to get some farm under his belt. He's going for drums right now. And they want to play a little bit aggressive themselves. They have a Legion Commander. They have Quinn here on this Slush Rack. They want to be taking early towers.
They will find this Earth Spirit. Duel is out. Lelis with the kill. He's going into the Blink Dagger next, so he hasn't had to use a Blink Dagger to get any of these duels so far, and 30 duel damage just 13 minutes in. It's not the best we've seen this event, but it's certainly not the worst.
Yeah.
Sven, meanwhile, Sanjin Yash to start.
Yeah, I guess going for the status resistance build, and we've seen a lot of success on Sven's because of it. You go Sanjin Yasha, you get the Satanic as like your second or third item after the Sanjin Yasha. Suddenly, like, the duel only lasts like level 1 duel normally lasts 4 seconds. It only lasts like 2.25 or something like that when you have those 2 items. It's pretty sick. Same goes with a lot of the other disables on your team, but against this Leshrac, against like Slark, Legion Commander, Treant, I think that you want a BKB on top of the Sanjin Yasha. So that pretty early, then maybe like an Aghanim Scepter, and then after that you can get your Satanic end game status resistance. But we'll see what he decides to do. Legion's got the blink completed, and he's got start to look for a hero down here with Slark, but they're not going to find anyone because Frank is teleporting across the map. They smoke up. They want to find a kill. I'm not sure who they're going to get, though, because it's not going to be long before Quinn TP's out of this lane, if he doesn't do so right now. Oh,
he's waited too long, so now he's dead. Stampede comes in. They've got the Geomagnetic Grip. Good Boulder Smash into the Centaur Stomp. That was pretty cool.
Yes, it's difficult to know how fast the enemies are going to come at you there. And again, farming up the enemy jungle, taking like, their area of the map gets you much further ahead. It is a little bit greedy, but it pays off in a big way if you don't go down there.
So now the Echo Saber finished off for Yawar. They took the bottom tier 1. They move over mid with this Exorcism, and something I really thought about when looking at this Dream Protector was the fact that I thought that they were going to protect these outside towers, but now the mid and the safe lane tower are gone. The jungle's exposed. They go for the Magnetize. That won't really get them much of anything, but you could see the pressure being put on by Thunder Predator. they've been afforded this ability to kind of go across the river and put on as much pressure as they want.
Yep. Mid lane, MNZ. He has. He's going for this BKB next, as I was saying. There's just too much magic damage and disable you have to worry about from the enemy team. You're not actually going to hit anything if you go too far for this status resistance build. So he does build into it pretty easily, along with a Silver Edge as the game goes on. Because again, just assemble that Mask of Madness into that one. Here, top lane. They move the boys up here. They're looking to take more of these early game towers. They don't want this Treant Protector to get these heals up, so they commit really hard for everything they have. But this time, finally, Quincy crew respond.
Come over, Geomagnetic Grip. Really well placed. That's stunned up too. They've used the God Strength on the back lines of this fight. They've got the Yules coming in from Quinn, so that locks up MNZ for a second, but they're focusing on the Leshrac. They want to go. Rolling Boulder, Stampede, get on top of the Leshrac. Geomagnetic Grip onto this Treant. Now the Stormhammer comes in. Overgrowth on a 3. You wish you still had that Leshrac. The Nature's Grass doing a good amount of damage. Now they've got the cast followed up. Maledict, Death Ward all down. They've got the stun out on Iwar, but it's not going to be enough. They'll find the duel. They don't get the kill on MNZ just yet. Now a Stormhammer comes through into Lelis. They get the kill on MNZ. They take it to Sven. They lose the Witch Doctor. Lelis with press the attack, trying to run from Leo Star with the Spirit Siphon on him. But there's the impetus shot from MJZ to finish him off. So 3 dead on the side of Quincy crew. Yawar, he's only got 2 stacks of Essence Shift. Really not a lot throughout this exchange.
Yeah, he's not contributing a whole lot to this fight. Sorry, those weren't stacks of Essence Shift. That was like, he'd lose them right away. He's only got level 1 in this. He's maxing out his counts, he's maxing out his Dark Pack, but Quincy crew not wanting to give up these towers too early, but the fact they lost Quinn at the start of that team fight was very bad news for them. He is the majority of the damage coming out from the enemy team, and even though he has Yules to get out of some of this disable, yeah, Enchantress is just dead, I feel. There's no way you get away from this, right?
Shouldn't.
Right?
One more shot, pounce leashes, and he'll get the permanent agility. Nicely done by Yawar. It's a little bit of a gamble going under the tier 2 tower, but
a lot of cooldowns were used in that last fight there, fortunately.
Exactly.
MNZ farming up ancient stack, help him get towards his next item. He's actually he had a BKB queued up, and now he's changing. He's going back for this eggs. I think after that last fight, he's feeling a bit overconfident. I hope this doesn't end up biting him in the ass. I really think it will, though. Again, when you have the Treant Protector ult to worry about, you have Witch Doctor to worry about, Slark, and all of Quinn. I feel like you're severely underestimating the damage that can come out from Quinn if you want to go this Aghanim Scepter. Look at Quinn burn down this tower, just sitting beside it. This is the plague, you know? I used to see, I used to play this in-house league. We'd just pick Leshrac, we'd go beside the trees at the tier 1 towers, and just pop the Diabolic Edict. He ended up doing like, yeah, he ended up doing like what, 500, 700 damage to that tier 2 tower, and no one did a thing about it. The tower wasn't clicked him back.
MSS.
Smoke up. They're gonna find MSS, but he's got the invis. He's just gonna break their smoke.
I was gonna say he's about to be in a good position to just throw out an overgrowth that could really turn this fight. That being said, Sark's up top, going for the tier 2 tower. Yawar going Scotty right after the Echo Saber. They look like they still want to fight this. They've got the duel coming into the Sven. The damage being done. Magnetized down. Split Earth hits onto the Sven. They've got Overgrowth following that up onto the 3 of these heroes, but they get the kill on a Quinn. They take out this Leshrac to start off the fight. SVG, he falls with Lelis. 3 for 1 so far. Sark comes in, looking over at Frank. Yawar now 14 stacks of Essence Shift, pouncing away. Not amazing from Yawar, but looking to re-engage. They've got the Nature's Grasp. They'll get the kill out on MJZ. And then Death Pact on a Leo style, or Death Ward, excuse me. He's still free to run.
So he's gonna get out here. Everybody tries to disengage. Now that they know that Exorcism's ending, they want to chase super hard though. Unfortunately, they don't manage to grab anything, and the Ghost makes War even slower as he tries to keep up with that chase. Quinn going down at the start of these team fights is very big for Thunder Predator. But regardless, you're still not having the best result in these team fights. You want to be able to finish this BKB on Quinn before you take another fight at this point, because the enemies are just getting on top of you and locking you down. I think if he's able to live for like 10-15 seconds, it'll make all the difference in the world. everyone on Thunder Predator will drop. Without him, they're lacking that big DPS. You are, of course, struggling to get on top of people and bringing them down. He's not having too many essence chip stacks in these team fights.
He's killing off the Enchantress, but that's about it. He had 14 stacks of Essence Shift and then pounced away, just showing where he was able to fight in that exchange. You know, considering the fact that Quinn and Lois died very early on in that exchange, it's hard for the Slark to get it done just by himself. What you really want as a Slark is mayhem. You know, focus on somebody else while I get my Essence Shift up. Blink duel onto the Earth Spirit. Matthew in some trouble. Nature's Grass down. They're going to get the duel in time. And now that's 50 duel damage for Lois.
You are. Moving towards the mid lane here. The one hero down at Thunder Predator. And Sark does like playing into the enemy heroes in this situation. Ends up snagging that Centaur War Runner from the Enchantress, but it did scout Yuar out. So he's going to get back now. He's going to know that the enemies have wards somewhere around here, though. Again, his Shadow Dance ending. One of the benefits of playing Sark is you always have the advantage in that vision game. Yeah, he pinks himself out. Says, okay, guys, they can see me somewhere around here. Drop the sentry here. SVG, let's go. Yeah, he sees it. Oh no, the Observer's outside of range, though. Ugh. And he puts another sentry ward down in the wrong place.
They might find Yuar. Double damage? Ooh.
This is so sad. SVG's economy.
Oh, no!
Make it stop!
Oh my god, make it stop, please!
His Dolairs.
Double damage on the Sven. Not sure you want to go in a Roche against this. They're
Look
nowhere
how
close.
fast it is, though.
Yeah, they're nowhere close. They just can't do it.
Your mind is broken from missing that many sentries. That is 400 gold he just spent and got nothing back. My god. Baited out by Yuar. I take it back. Slark isn't good against Observer wards. He's horrible against it. He's making his supports poor. I'm sorry, everybody.
Dire's bottom tower is
See,
under attack.
he's gonna be forced to not really do anything in the next couple of minutes, though. Again, DD and God's Strength now gone. It's gonna feel kind of underwhelming. Leo Style does have Exorcism at the moment, but do you really want to commit it to this tier 1? No, that's your answer. Do you want to commit it to the tier 2? Maybe, but not if Quincy crew is going to be in position, which they will be.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Tower is difficult to bring down, and it's slow for
They're
sure. when you
losing
lose a
2
living armor.
towers for this tier 1.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Ooh, TP got
Dire's
stopped.
bottom tower is under attack.
Sark's gonna get this tier 2 bottom. TP comes through from Sven. Stormhammer immediately purged off. Good deny from MNZ. Still losing the tower though.
But this is exactly what Quincy crew want. They want more control over the map, and this is what they're getting just from that tier 1 tower. I mean, this is what you got to deal with when you're playing against the Treant Protector, who's now maxed out the living armor. They almost have this tier 2 over here. It feels like your back's going to get further and further against the wall. Stampede comes out.
They'll get right on top of SVG. Maledict used. Down they've got the hook stomp as well as the Boulder Smash coming through onto this Witch Doctor, but he survives. So Maledict onto Frank. They've got the duel. There's the Death Horde down. They kill off Wheel Style very quickly. Now they find themselves Matthew. 2 dead. They'll take the Courier. That's a TP and a smoke. A very good exchange from Quincy crew. They can just move forward for the tier 2 tower. It's solo.
Yep. And the only saving grace to that is that you didn't commit Exorcism for that fight, but you went down very fast. You're not healing up very quick anymore now that Yuar has this Eye of Scotty. Bottom lane chases out M and Z, but this guy is too quick and he pops up.
Cast? Can I catch him? Maledict misses. They've got the Leech Seed.
Dire's middle tower
And
is
eventually he should fall. Goes for the Glimmer Cape move, but there's the Sentry. This one actually has some gold coming back its way, although that gold's going to MSS.
So, him going down, not great, but you know,
Yuar?
Quincy crew.
Can you get behind MNZ? Oh, good silence from Wheel Style. I don't know if that keeps MNZ alive, but it certainly makes things a little bit more difficult.
Everyone backs off now on Thunder Predator, feeling a little bit lost. The pipe was just finished on Centaur, but yeah, when you have the Black King bar on Quinn, I don't think you're going to be able to take these fights now. A big saving grace is the fact that you can blow him up, stun with your Centaur, your Sven, get on top of him with Earth Spirit. Entire kit very good for taking fights against heroes that want to sit on the back line there, but you know, BKB, none of this is going to work anymore, and the majority of the damage you were doing to him is magical. So once this age expires in another minute and a half here, I think you're just going to get run at by Quincy crew.
I wouldn't be surprised if they even made the fight happen before that, prior to that moment, just because I think they definitely feel like they have quite a bit of control and they can get this kill. I think the only thing stopping them is maybe wanting to kill him twice. Who knows? He's about to have the Ags. We'll see.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is no
Finally take down that tier 2 tower. We're sitting pretty low for a while there.
They could pressure them back. Both teams glyph for a second. Glyph comes out. And now if you win a fight across the river, with glyph being used, you can severely make Thunder Predator pay if they lose the fight devastatingly.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The tier 2 on the enemy side of the map. But again, you're happy dodging right now. You still have the Aegis available on the Sven.
Look at where Quincy crew are playing right now. Slark.
Let's go.
What does he got? He's got that Scotty going into the Silver Edge, goes Mindbreaker instead of the Vambrace. And then Quinn, he's recovered pretty well. And I'm by pretty well, he is 3,000 gold in front of the Death Prophet. Going into the Bloodstone, has Yules and a BKB that's ready at 10 seconds. So far so good for Quinn, despite the fact that he had those early deaths.
Yeah, I mean, he had to play pretty far in front. And Thunder Predator did need to focus him down in order to win these team fights. They pop the smoke. I'm not even sure if it's worth it for them to head bottom. I mean, you do have to worry about Leo style with the Exorcism. If you can hit your tier 3 tower, great. But actually, yeah, they're just playing around the fact they know that this Aegis just expired. They're very happy to take a fight at the moment. BKB is finished on Quinn. I don't think you win that gun.
You've got the Nature's Grasp. They'll get the kill on MJZ. Pounce onto the high ground, looking over at Matthew. Won't catch him. MNZ, he's over to the side. And he no longer has this Aegis. They've got the duel. They have the lockdown. Here comes Frank, trying to get the kill, but the Split Earth comes through. Hits on the Centaur as well as the Sven. Sven, he'll get low. He's not dead just yet. Finally, Quinn finishes him off. They look over at Frank. They get the kill on the Centaur. 3 dead on the side of Thunder Predator. Really well done. Mitigated the damage really well. They caught themselves MNZ. He no longer has buyback. They're right into the river. And they could push off this.
Yeah, and you know, I think they will. Super happy to finally be able to take a team fight where Quinn survives. This is what this BKB was for. The enemies weren't able to get on top of him and blow him up. I was waiting for a fight recap so I could see just how much hero damage he provided there, but it didn't look like we got it here. There's been a couple of bugs in Dota 2 today, but here we go. They bring down this tier 3. No Fortify available for another 2.5 minutes here. The racks will go down in short order as well. No, Diabolic Edict burning to this very quickly.
Yeah. And they're gonna know that he doesn't have buyback. Sven wouldn't allow this to just happen. He didn't have buyback gold regardless, you know. So it's just a tough spot for Thunder Predator and probably 2 sets of racks. Honestly, it could turn into being the game because I feel like Quincy crew are certainly ready to fight. You take a bad fight here from Thunder Predator, the game's just over. And you might just hope that they leave. I think the only saving grace for Thunder Predator right now is the fact that they've got a tier 2 up top and they can't get Mega Creeps on the side of Quincy crew. But they're going to roll in Boulder in. They'll look for the Hoof Stomp. Oh, great Yules coming in from Quinn. Now Split Earth. No. Oh, yeah. Finally thrown on to Frank. For a second he didn't throw it, but it does hit onto the Centaur. Stops Thunder Predator from coming out. And a very quick fingered Quinn.
You have to be very careful if you leave the enemy base here and try to pursue the heroes of Quincy crew, because your God Strike was on cooldown for a couple more seconds there. Your Stampede was also on cooldown. They're now finished.
Got vision of this. They see them, and they saw this smoke. They saw the smoke, and this could be the winning ward for them. They smoke up themselves. MNZ and Frank, they're setting up over mid. They throw the silence, but they don't throw a stun to follow that up. MSS coming over. There is a sentry down. I'm not sure if that caught a glimpse of him with the vision that they had, but MNZ, he goes over, hit with the Yules, and now Quinn's going to try and set up the Split Earth.
got the Stormhammer onto the Witch Doctor. They get the kill on SVG, but there's the duel coming through from Lelis to get the kill on Matthew. So Matthew, he does have buyback God Strength used by MNZ. They've used the Exorcism. Leo's not taking a lot of damage. BKB's been popped by UR. Going over to MJZ. Right-click damage on the MSS. He has Overgrowth. Doesn't get a chance to use it, though. And now UR looking to TP out. Just does so. So they end up losing 2. Exorcism, God Strength both get used. And Quincy crew, they back out of that fight. They pull the ripcord and hope to fight again soon.
Yeah, one of the biggest issues in the middle of that fight is they were just constantly getting run at that whole time. Trim Protector there, MSS, he was holding on to his Overgrowth. He saw that there's a BKB on MNZ, and of course to pop that Overgrowth onto him, just, that's what the Sven is holding the BKB for. As soon as the Overgrowth comes down, he dispels it with the BKB and starts running at people. But because you didn't end up popping it, he continued to run at you, and you got to go through that entire fight without using it, so the BKB still at 9 seconds. You kind of gamed yourself there on MSS. And allowed yourself to lose that fight. So with Exorcism on cooldown, they could look to take a fight on Quincy crew, though. Aegis and Cheese available on Roshan.
Wing Post Stomp comes through on Quinn. There's the Yules and Split Earth. That lands BKB into the duel. Ellis catches Leo style. He's got buybacks. They're going to look for more. Spider Legs, a lot of speed here for Quinn. Slows down MJZ. Sven coming over with the help of Matthew. They hit the Split Earth. There's the Blink as well as the Hoof Stomp. Then get the kill on a Quinn. They lose MJZ. The Rolling Boulder looking for more. Lelis on the run. Buyback comes out from the Enchantress as well as the Death Prophet. Lelis with the press the attack. Here comes MSS. He does have Overgrowth. Do they want to commit to this? Here comes SVG. Gets the Cask as well as the Maledict. Looks for the ult. Now it's bouncing around even longer, but there's the Silence coming in with the Geomagnetic Grip from Matthew. They've got the right-click damage to get the kill on SVG. They took out Lelis. Now they look over at MSS. UR coming from behind. How many Essence Shift stacks is he going to get? He's got himself 19. They've got the Silence. Overgrowth gets used by this Treant Protector, and he's going to die. He's got the Solar Crest on him from Leo style, so he gets low. He ends up falling forward into the side of Quincy crew. UR's continuing to move forward. UR, 30 stacks of Essence Shift, but 4 heroes here. Now 5 with the buyback coming out from the Centaur. UR needs to leave this fight. They force 3 buybacks. They get these kills. Lelis buys back. And I don't think they want to allow them to go for Roche. So Treant, he's back into this one, and with buybacks coming out from Quincy crew, Thunder Predator, they back off as creeps are in the base, going for the tier 4s.
Yeah, I have to be very careful here. So they back up. Again, do you want to continue to pursue is the question. They go into Roche. They have to be careful about this one too. Matthew is sitting outside the pit. He's going to know that you're doing this. The moment he goes in, you're in trouble. Stampede available in 40 seconds here, so they don't have that one, but they still do have Exorcism.
Blink, Hoof Stomp, Silence on the 2. They've got the Geomagnetic Grip. The re-silence them. Exorcism gets used. BKB's going to pop by Leos. They go for the duel. They'll get the kill to Frank. Now they'll go over at Leo style. Leo style Yule's up. He's trying to survive. That's his own Yules coming through. They've got themselves Roche down low. Ywar pops the BKB. He ends up getting stunned. Now the Agent's on the deck. Ywar gets it locked in, and they'll get the kill on a Leo style as well as MJZ. 4 heroes gone. The only one alive is Sven. So now, MNZ, all he can do is defend by himself. This is going to be very, very difficult.
Yeah, Exorcism was committed. You got the cheese on the Death Prophet, just didn't manage to use it in time. But here we go. Quinn pushing down top lane aggressively. Creeps are about to be here. He's going to hit it with the Diabolic Uniqueness Vector. So I thought they might just try to go for tier 4s and end it. They are.
That's exactly where they're going.
There's nothing that Sven can do by himself. I feel like Ywar just pops this Shadow Dance and starts hitting him, and they call it GG. Again, Thunder Predator, they did an excellent job this game, but there's a few things they just couldn't deal with. Once the BKB was completed on Quinn, they just didn't have the burst damage to get on top of him. I really liked how MNZ played this game, though. Sven getting that early Sanjin Yasha to help him move around the map and get farm faster. The Black King Bar came out pretty quick as well to deal with all these stuns on the side of Quincy crew, and he held it really well in these team fights. Even when he was rooted, he kind of used his Stormbolt, it being one of the questionable abilities that can move you around a fight despite being rooted by the enemies and still let you get that auto attack that comes with your Stormbolt off on the enemies with it too. But it didn't end up mattering. Quinn, way too much damage, and of course, eventually, Ywar had all the items he needed to be able to take these fights. Him getting on top of people, important range heroes on their side, like Leo style. He wasn't really a factor once Slark was able to jump on him. That 50% slow from the Eye of Scotty is just too much to deal with.
Yeah, so Quincy crew, they settle down. They get Queen to stay alive in these fights. They end up able to push really quickly, and overall, they finish it off and take game 1. So very well done by them overall. You know, they continue to stay undefeated, and we'll see them move on to the next game, looking to continue their undefeated streak. So we'll be back in just a moment with Game 2. Stay right there. We'll be right back.